Never have that plane. Sorry about that. What up, YouTube? They say money can't buy you love, but it's a damn good replacement. It's your boys, Detroit Love, PDUBS Arcade Love, Michael B. the Game Genie, and Restalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes. Friday night just got live.
That was great. That was great. That was great. Carl had the show and the live chat open in another window, and it's on, like, you notice it's like a 30-40 second delay, right? So yeah, so that was pretty funny. And look, our live chat is working, the stream is working. We don't need to have a meltdown before the show starts this week like we did last week. Oh my goodness, that was embarrassing. My apologies to all the viewers for that. But man, it's been an interesting couple of weeks, but we're just going to continue to try and do what we do best, and that's deliver arcade and gaming news conversation and have fun with all of you guys. So if anyone was offended by my blow-ups last week, I apologize. Funny housekeeping item. I had a couple people message me that they didn't appreciate some of our recent episodes where we've been a little bit more hardcore, a little bit more R-rated. They said there's been an increase in swearing and things like that. So I put a poll up on our community post on the channel. I said, do you guys not want an R-rated show or an adult show? Would you want PG-13, PG? And I just want to let everyone know I appreciate everybody who left some great comments and feedback. There were people who were like, this is what I love about the show. This is what I don't like about the show. This is what I like, I don't like. So thanks so much, everyone, for doing that. Basically, it was over 80% of voters said they like having an R-rated show, like, unfiltered and stuff like that. But even though that's the case, guys, I still think we should probably start putting on a little bit more of a filter. You know what I mean, Mike? Like, we can't be, like there's a line, and let's have fun.
Yeah.
We're here to have fun and not be overtly obnoxious. Does that make sense?
No,
yeah, I like what 720 Eric said. We're going to limit the F-bombs to 10 per episode. There you go.
So technically, if we go back to a PG-13 rating, we can still drop one F-bomb per show. So that's the key. One F-bomb
per hour.
So,
is it per hour?
I think so.
I think it's
well,
one
I look
per
at it this
movie.
way. I love death shit, and if people can't deal with death shit, they're gonna have to go somewhere else.
So, but no, I mean, we appreciate everybody, and sometimes you have to ask people, like, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? And without feedback, nobody gets better. We can be critiqued just as much as we critique these gaming companies. Am I wrong, Mike? Like, so,
No,
we can. No, Mike,
no,
no critiques.
No, what I'm saying is nobody's perfect. We're all
Right.
eternal students, and we all have something to learn every day, except for Nostalgia, because he truly believes he's perfect.
I don't
All right.
think I'm perfect. I think I'm just pretty damn close.
Well, enough of the housekeeping items, guys. We want to have
being a key word there.
We want to have a fun, positive show tonight. I have taken my medication. I have also checked my blood sugar before the show. I also ate a Snickers. Shout out to you, console fanboy, before the show started. So I think I'm in a good place. What about you guys? Are you guys ready to do this? Are we ready to have a fun, positive show?
Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll.
What are the topics for tonight? I was not prepared.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. And before we get there, let's see who's here in the live chat. Remember, guys, this streaming service we use now is a lot slower when it comes to pulling up the chat, so I can't go as fast as I used to. But instead of putting everyone's name on the screen, I will read them off. Let's do it. Here we go. We got Jamie Lockett is here. Castle, Ritual Dello, Pliskin's Run, Carbon Center, Zero Cool, Nooner, Chris McCoy, Brooklyn Menace is in the house. Make sure you check him out on the Friday night iArcade show, which is returning to YouTube. Horizon's Dreams is here. 720 Eric, Jay Heath, Console Kits is here. JT Brunick is here. Zero Cool, Alfred Berger, Nooner, Al Avis, is it Avisman? I can never say it, but he's our amazing cartoon artist who did all our cartoon art for our show. C Smart is here. Jason M is here. Big shout out to all our moderators. Ritual Dello is here as well. And Dr. Freeman, as always, is writing prescriptions right now in the live chat. Hit him up for your medication orders. And of course, as always, put a bag of ice on it. Mike Hawk Hertz is in the live chat, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's all the time we have for shout outs, guys. If we missed you, we apologize. Let's go ahead and get the show started proper. So we want to talk about a number of things going on. There's some quick updates from New Wave Toys. As you guys know, we love their mini Replicade arcade cabinets. We also want to talk about Goldeneye on the 64, iArcade news, Pinball FX announced some new pinball tables. AtGames National Owners Day info should be coming out next week, we're hoping. People are receiving their Star Wars Arcade 1-Up cabinets. What else? And all that stuff. But before we do, did everybody here get a chance to watch the second episode of The Last of Us on HBO? Mike, did you watch it? And
Big time.
What were your now? Some people may not have seen it yet, so let's not spoil it. But just what were your? This is a 2-minute topic. Quick thoughts on episode 2 of The Last of Us.
It continues to impress and be the best video game adaptation to show to date.
Okay. And what about you, Restalgia? Because you're a fan of the game as well as the show, right?
I am. I'm a big fan of the game. The show is, honestly, it's really, really good. And I think, Mike, you brought this up last week. I think it's really, really good because they are just like mirroring the scenes from within the game like perfectly. It couldn't be better. And the acting is just on point. The dialogue is on point. The suspense, kind of the way that they do, even like the shots, it just really draws you in. It's just a good show. We're only 2 episodes in, though.
Yeah, so if I could jump in really quickly, Carl, I'm sorry. I do want to mention... No, I can't say that because it's spoilery. Carl, you go ahead. I can't say it. Spoilers.
Well, I started watching the first episode, and when they got into trouble with the pickup truck so early on, I said, this is out of control, and I turned it off. Why don't you guys just sit still until it got daylight? And so I couldn't take it.
Yeah, Carl, you and I were talking off air. You're not really a big fan of these apocalyptic type shows, are you, buddy?
I'm not a fan of shows that can really happen. You know what I mean? If it's fake, if it's God of War, stuff like that, you know what I mean? I'm no problem. I'll tell you, the first movie that really bugged me like that could really happen back early in the 70s, I think it was this movie called Drive-In. And this guy was like shooting people from the, they were watching the theater, at the drive-in and stuff like that. So it's just always anything that can really actually happen in a movie, I'm not. If it's over the top crazy, I can deal with it. But if it's, you know, the realer it is, it just bugs the heck out of me. So I'm gonna get through it eventually, but I got to be in the right mood.
I'm gonna laugh so much. Carl gets athlete foot, and he's like, "It's happening!"
right. The
See,
fungus is among us.
Now, I don't know about the production behind it, but if this is true, wow, 15 months well spent, UAG, because I absolutely love it, and I love what RESTALGIA said. Isn't it it's just unfathomable to me that we've had dozens, and I mean dozens of video game adaptations, movies, and series. Why did it take so long for one of these studios to say, how about we just do the game as a movie? How about we just go line from line, scene from scene, give people what they want? And sure, they change some things. You know, you got to add a little Hollywood stuff to make it exciting, but it's been pretty faithful, and it's getting a lot of great positive reviews out there. Why did it take so long, Mike?
Well, I question how easy that is to do. I mean, it was only around that time that games actually changed in the movies. Like maybe you could go back as far as the PS2, early PS3, but like, I mean, games were mainly games. Last of Us really broke the mold, and it was a story-driven type event. So it's only now that the two mediums are so close that I think maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, like, how do you tell Super Mario Brothers 1 point for point?
All right. We got to get to our gaming topics, but real quick, I just wanted to throw this out there, and if anyone wants to chime in from the panel, this week I binge watched on Netflix all 10 episodes of that 90s show, which, if you were like me growing up, well, not really growing up, because this show came out when we were in our 20s, I think. That 70s show was a very popular show in my household. So, has seen that show come back. I really enjoyed it. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. The new cast I thought was okay. I'll just say this: Ozzy, one of the kids, he's my favorite character of all the new kids. And I loved all the cameos and the 90s nostalgia that they pulled in, like, you know, doing scenes with Melrose Place. I'm sorry, 90210, and like glamour shots and stuff like that from the 90s. It had enough nostalgia, but it wasn't like too much. Like sometimes they put too much in. They just try to cram it all in, and it's not as good. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And Mike, did you get a chance to watch that 90s show? And or
Yeah,
Carl or
I'm about 5 episodes in. I got to tell you, the first episode, the smile never left my face the whole show, because there were so many moments with Donna and Eric, and then Kelso and Jackie, and you know, continued it with the second episode. We met the next door neighbor, and then you found out who she was dating at the end, and it was priceless. So far I'm enjoying it, and I was worried that my enjoyment and nostalgia would dissipate once the old cast went away and we really started focusing on the younger kids. But like, what a nice tie-in to the old show. They're doing it the right way, and it's the era I grew up in. So I mean, I'm getting the same nostalgia that probably people from the 70s got while watching that 70s show originally.
Yeah, a lot of great cameos from the original cast throughout all 10 episodes. RESTALGIA, now you may have been in diapers when this show came out, the 70s show, right? Like,
no, I was. I don't know how old it was. When did it come out? I was got to be in my early teens when it came out. I think I was like maybe 12 when it came out. Let's take a look.
Oh, I'd have to Google it. I'd have to do it. Carl, did you ever watch that 70s show while RESTALGIA played on Google?
I was aware of it. I don't think it was a show I actually watched. I'm not aware of the 90s show either. Looks like it's like a remake of 8 is Enough or something. Is that what it is?
Right, exact same thing.
That's pretty good.
RESTALGIA doesn't know what 8 is Enough is. That's for certain.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that
do you
is.
Want me to hang? Do you want me to wait for your Google search to work, or do you want to dive into the gaming news?
Let's just into the gaming news. When it comes up, I'll mention it. But I'm pretty sure I was like 10 years old, maybe 12 years old.
Yeah. Your internet's kind of flipping in and out. Is it just me, or is it him?
That's what I'm dealing with. I think I've got an issue with it.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it was
Well, hang in
released
there, buddy.
August 23rd, 1998.
Yeah, your camera's popping. You might want to jump out and jump back in.
Or just leave altogether.
Mike, you're always so mean to him. All right, we'll get Restalgia back for you guys. But in the meantime, let's get into the gaming news. We've already wasted 15 minutes. But hey, man, we're all friends here. We just want to hang out and talk. So if you guys don't know, obviously we talked about this last week. The replica Zoltar fortune teller machine is still up for pre-order. But the updates we have is some of you who pre-ordered the next round of Dragons Lair cabinets. Let's take a look here, Mike. New Wave Toys sent this out, the first Dragons Lair container. It's cleared customs. It'll be at the warehouse this Monday, and they're going to process pre-orders ASAP. So it sounds like possibly next week. People who ordered their New Wave Toys 1/6 scale cabinets are going to start seeing those ship. I did order one as well, so I look forward to getting that. And as we all know, here's what's interesting, though. Remember how we were talking last week, Mike, that the food fight container arrived? Well, guess what? It got held up by U.S. Customs. So I love it when New Wave Toys does this. So they're like, the vessel for food fight already got here, but it's now on hold for U.S. Customs. And I love they put this in quotes, intensive exam. And it's going to take, when they put a hold on these things, 7 to 10 days before it might even show up at the warehouse. There's a possibility, Mike, that people are going to get their Dragons Lair cabinets before their food fight cabinets. Isn't that kind of funny?
It is, but I will tell you that I have dealt with this personally. When my wife moved away to law school, before we took a quick trip up to the U.S., she wanted to stop by the farmer's market and pick up a load of fruit for our trip. And it was our first ever time, me and her going to the U.S., like driving in and going through customs that way. So she had this cooler full of about $60 worth of fruit, and you hit customs and they're like, you can't bring fruit into the U.S. That's out of here. So we had to throw it all out. My guess is that container got to customs, and there was something marked on the container about banana, and they were like, nope, they can't come in. No fruit in the U.S. So that's why it's held up.
Yeah,
International bananas.
I was going to say the same exact thing. Just having the word fruit in it is going to trigger. It's going to trigger a more intensive review because they're really crazy about that.
It's that damn banana controller.
I love it. Intensive exam. BA says, hurry up and bring the good cabs out before I forget what I'm going to buy. Yeah, sometimes, what was I going to tell you? Sometimes stuff shows up that I forget I ordered. You know what I mean, guys? Like, it's pretty funny. Remember the Analog Pocket, which I ordered? I told you guys, I'm like a year ago, I messaged you guys. I'm like, I just ordered the Analog Pocket. And then it finally showed up, a month ago? Which I still need to make a video on. I need to make a video on that. So yeah, guys, make sure you sign the MK4 petition. That's been making waves in the gaming community. I know a lot of people out there have been working hard on trying to get that petition to get some signatures on it. So guys, make sure you sign that. That way we can all band together with one voice and release MK4 and never play it. I'm just kidding. But there you go. Okay, so that's what's going on with New Wave Toys, guys. Not a whole lot. Did anyone order the Zoltar machine? Anyone on this panel? Real quick before we change topics.
Nope. No, I did
not yet.
It seems interesting. Though. I would like to see that first.
Oh, you want to see one in person, like a review, that kind of thing.
At least see someone else have it and what they think about it. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I'm having issues with my Atari VCS. Can we talk about that real quick? Because I think some people in the live chat might be able to help me with this. So the last video I did on my channel, I unboxed that Atari VCS console. I got this nice $180 bundle. It came with a hat that's got speakers in it. It's like a Bluetooth hat. So you can walk around and have this music playing, coming from the top of your head. But anyway, guys.
Sense.
So I was like, I'm going to do an unboxing video, and then I'm going to check out AntStream and some games, and maybe I'll make some content. I was really looking forward to making some content on AntStream on the VCS, because that's the one thing that interested me the most about that console. Well, check this out, guys. I have one of these units where when you turn it on, it says it needs to download a firmware update in order for you to do anything. And every time you try to download the firmware, it won't connect to the Atari servers and download the firmware. It fails automatically. It keeps crashing. You can reboot it, restart it. I can't get the thing to download the firmware. So I went asking around, and I went to a couple Discord channels, also did a Google search, and apparently people have to get a USB drive and put the firmware from Atari on a USB drive and plug it in and stuff, right? But this isn't even on like the Atari website for you to know this, right? And I had to find it in forums. They have it in like these forums. And I still haven't been able to do it yet. But basically, it's not been a good out of the box experience, because an out of the box experience is you get a console like this, you plug it in, you turn it on, it works, right? And it just won't work, because if it doesn't download the firmware update, it won't do anything. The machine is a brick. So so people like, a big shout out to like Todd Russell and a couple other guys in this community who I talked to. They sent me the links of like where the firmware is and stuff. Hopefully I can get that thing up and running. Otherwise I'm going to return it. Like, it has not been a good VCS experience. This might be why I didn't buy it it's been out, what, 2 years? You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to the Atari VCS community. You have chosen poorly.
Is that really it? Is that really it?
I think so. It's been on the market for 2 years now.
Jeez, I think the pre-order went up for that like 5-6 years ago.
I think it came out in
geez,
2021.
man.
I think it was released in 2021.
No kidding.
Yeah, time flies, man.
Are there even any games for it?
I think like Tempest 3000, does that come with the system? That's not a joke.
Yeah.
Like, really.
I believe you. I believe you.
Now, JT left me some great comments on the video. JT, if you're on Facebook, PM me so we can talk about this. I'd appreciate your help with this as well.
Nostalgia, I'm surprised you didn't get one, brother.
Yeah.
Why
You know
would I
how
get
many
one of
videos? Do you know how many videos you can make? How to hack the Atari VCS in 2023? How to hack the Atari VCS in 2024? How to hack the Atari VCS in 2025? You're rich.
I just like to actually invest in good quality products. That's all.
It just I think some other people like Conti and a couple other guys who watch our show, like who are waiting on their VCS. Guys, let me know if you have the same problem as I do. But apparently, this impacts a bunch of units, and it's just not a great way to start off like an experience. Is all I'm saying.
I completely agree, and maybe that's why they stopped production on the VCS and it's going out of business. I don't know.
Yeah,
That would do it. I have a similar experience sometimes with my drone. I have a DJI drone, and whenever my phone updates, it's no longer compatible with the software, and you can never go to their site and get the firmware. You have to go to some forum, and someone has a version of it, and eventually you can get back in the air.
Yeah.
But it's very frustrating when you can't go to the source and get the fix for it.
Yeah, it's not on the Atari website. It's not on the Atari website. And our F-bomb counter is still at 0. We are still running kind of a PG-13 show for right now. So, yep. Thanks so much, JT. Greatly appreciate your support. Did the hat need a firmware update? No, it didn't. The hat connects to your cell phone via Bluetooth. It works as a Bluetooth speaker. And I don't know if I'll ever do that. Like, am I going to walk around with music coming out of the brim of my hat? You know, because the
That'd
two
be so
speakers
cool.
are right here.
But you got to do that flip up too, and you got to go around with the song "Open the door, get on the floor, everybody walk the dinosaur."
This guy. Look at this guy. You know, his worked fine out of the box. Like I said, it doesn't impact every unit, but it impact a lot of people, and I happen to get one of them. So karma, it is what it is. Yeah, man, having speakers under a hat, I don't know if I'll ever use it. Anyway, all right, so let's pivot over to our next topic, and this is one that I know my good friend Michael B, the Game Genie, is super excited about, and I'm glad you did a live stream about this last night, Mike, because now we can roll some footage and not worry about getting a copyright claim on the channel tonight.
That's
But tell us, Mike, tell us about Nintendo 64 and what is this? Is this a blast from the past? What is this?
Oh, big time. GoldenEye 007 is on the Nintendo Switch Online. Something I thought would never happen for the Switch Online, or if they ever did an N64 Classic. I was elated to rush to get my stream up and do this last night. I got farther than I've actually ever gotten the game because I sucked at first-person shooters when this first came out. So I had a bunch of fun. A bunch of people showed up, helped me get through the game and the stuff I couldn't do. I know there's a lot of negativity online, like RGT85, a couple other people put out videos saying that they weren't very happy with the quality of the game so far, whether it be on Xbox or Nintendo. I will tell you, with my Nintendo 64 controller, I was playing it last night and I had a lot of fun. I don't know what everybody's talking about. The experience was pretty damn good to me. Maybe I'd be upset if I was trying to play with the Nintendo Switch Pro controller and it wasn't working well. I wouldn't.
No. I don't think the button mapping was that bad. I was playing it on the Xbox and it was freaking wonderful.
No, the button mapping on the Xbox has extra features. It allows you to do more. Nintendo Switch doesn't have the same button mapping options.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Well, that's why I do my homework for the show, and you don't.
It's okay, Mike.
MB says, after watching Michael B, I was out. Controls make it hard unless you have the N64 controller. Blast of a game, though. Dude, I'm so glad I ordered one of those Nintendo 64 controllers for the Switch a long time ago, because those things are like a diamond in the rough now. Very hard to find. Go ahead, Mike.
Stringer Films, who we all know, good dude. He was on watching last night, and he was trying to find one online. He ended up having to go on to Amazon. I think it was Amazon, and he ended up buying one for like 119 US. Like, I went on eBay and I was looking at prices. People are selling them for like $200 US right now. Nintendo's like just having trouble making them for some reason. So yeah, that Nintendo 64 Switch controller is a must for a lot of the 64 games, because nothing on the 64 that you played is going to feel or control right unless you have that controller. For some reason, that weird 3-prong controller is the only thing that makes sense when you're playing these games.
What about the Retro Brawler 64 controller? Have you tried
that one sucks. I threw that in the garbage.
Really? You don't like it?
Oh, horrible. Whatever asshole thought I would enjoy that. Man, did he read me wrong?
So Michael B, that controller is a USB-C to the M4 controller?
That's right.
Dr. Freeman says it's a moist buy. There you go. And nobody can get the N64. Are you talking? You're talking about the N64 controller? Yeah, hard to find.
One thing Stringer was talking about last night was he talked about getting some kind of real controller to USB adapter, but apparently they don't work very well either. So you really are stuck trying to get that N64 Switch controller.
Yeah, it was funny too. Who was it? King Creole from the iArcade Zone. He messaged me earlier this week, and he goes, "Hey, PDUBS, GoldenEye is going to be on the Switch. You want to play it Friday night after Super Game Room, dudes?" Because I try to play games, eat pizza or whatever. When we're done with this show, it's like the only time I really get to relax. And I told him, I said no. I said I'd rather play Warzone. But I'll give this a shot. I mean, I'm paying for that service. I might as well use it, right? It's just, I don't know.
By the way, PDUBS, I wanted to say thank you. You left my banner ad up for quite a long time there. I needed that money.
You're welcome, sir. You are welcome, my friend. There was a curse word. Who swore?
Did I swear?
Was it you? Was it Michael B? It was Michael B. Oh, way to go, Mike! That doesn't
sound like me.
We were trying to turn over a whole new leaf tonight, Mike, and you just wrecked it. So, Carl, did you ever play Nintendo 64?
Yeah, and actually, I had it probably up until about 10 years ago, but my wife sold it at a garage sale for like $16 or something crazy.
She sold an N64 for $16. Wow.
Yeah, the girls are pretty upset about it too, because they had it for years in our minivan. In the back they had the 2 TVs that come down, and they played that thing for hours. But she didn't realize that we wanted to keep it around.
Yeah.
Curse word counter.
Oh, come on. Nostalgia.
You know what we should do? We should do, if we were really serious about this, do some kind of swear jar, and then we'll save up the money and then do something for the community at the end of the year or something like that. Maybe that'd be fun.
Yeah, maybe we can buy him some death shit with it.
Yeah. So what it would be like every time we curse, we have to put in like $1.
Yeah.
And that way we're donating to that fund.
Clarify. I'm not asking anybody else to
I know.
put in money.
You got to be
Jesus
careful
Christ.
these days. We got to be careful these days, Mike, when we talk about these things. We don't want anyone to get confused.
Yeah.
And then we do a giveaway or some shit, something like that. So yeah, there you go. Oh wait, I just swore. I just said the S word. Nostalgia, bump it up.
I'm working on it.
That's +1 on that one. There you go. Okay. All right. So where are we at? Yeah. So GoldenEye. Nostalgia. Did we get your thoughts on GoldenEye? I know you were screwing around with the swear count.
Yeah. No. I enjoyed it. I was playing it a little bit earlier on today on the Xbox Series X, and I think it plays well. Emulation is good. It's done by Code Mystics, which I didn't actually know until today.
No kidding. Really?
Yeah, it's done by Code Mystics. I didn't know that.
Nice.
And
I haven't heard anyone say that out loud. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's done by Code Mystics, or at least it is for the Xbox. I would imagine Nintendo kind of did their own thing, but it plays really well, like really, really, really well. Emulation is good. I was a little bit worried that they were going to stretch it for widescreen, but they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
They just expanded it, so the aspect ratio is good. Gameplay is good. Playing on the Xbox controller felt actually pretty good. I was worried about that too, but there was no problems. Like, I had a great experience, and honestly, it was good. I don't think Xbox is online though, is it, Mike? It's only online play for Switch, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So that's the only downfall. But to be honest, like, to be able to get a bunch of buddies over and to play 4-player split screen co-op, or not co-op, but 4-player split screen, I think would be pretty badass.
I don't think that'll be a big problem for you. You usually have a bunch of random dudes over to your house late at night.
That's like my jam. We do sausage party all day.
What's our potty mouth counteract? Because now people are saying Detroit Love just swore.
Did Carl just swear? What did
Carl,
say?
did you swear? Did we go from 0 to 3 in 2 minutes? What happened?
Well, I said death shit, but that doesn't.
Carl.
Oh, that puts us at 4 now.
That puts us at 4 now, man. Can you guys?
We're limited to 10. 10. We got to keep it to 10.
Guys, no one give us super chats for the potty mouth thing. Do not do that, please.
Yeah, don't do that. No, that's not. Yeah, we.
Thank
have
you,
to
but
throw
no.
in $1.
Yeah,
so
we have to put in the money.
I'm at $1. Michael B's at 2, and Detroit Love is at Detroit Love's at 2. Michael B and me are at 1. All right,
I said that shit
$1.99.
at least 4 times, so I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
What the count would be.
Did you just say it again? God, stop it!
I can't keep up.
We still got 30 minutes to go, Detroit Love, and we can only go to 10. We can only
Gosh
go
darn
to 10.
it, Carl. Gosh
darn it, Carl.
For crying out loud.
Yeah, there we go. All right, let's get that off the screen here. All right, guys, let's move on. Let's move on here. So, speaking of AtGames, real quick, I am so proud of Michael B, the Game Genie. We got to show this one more time. Michael B is now a modder, and Michael B got his VPX 3 screens working.
Yep.
And you were playing the Godzilla VPX earlier this week.
That's right. Yeah.
Why don't you slide over and show everyone that beautiful pinball machine?
Well,
behind
there's something else to show. I did a little bit more work on this today too.
What do we got?
Notice the legs?
Oh, you got black
Those are
legs on
sexy
that
legs.
Look,
Hold on.
and the washers.
I was
And
going to
the
ask Mike.
washers.
That's the question everyone wants to know. Did you buy the bolts with the washers?
You get the
or
bolts
did you
with
just
the
buy the
washers.
washers on their own?
Or did you just get the washers?
It looks good, man. How's your back?
Looking good, Mike.
Much better.
Much
better.
Looking good. Mike, can you turn on Godzilla for everybody real quick? Or is that going to be too much work?
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
All right. No worries, guys. Sorry.
It's the next game
Mike's
in line.
okay.
He's like, it's 2 buttons. I don't want to press them.
Now you're gonna just have to skin
Yeah.
it next. Put a new.
No.
Yeah.
I like the art. I like the art on the AtGames Legends pinball. I know not everybody does, but I was fine with just
Black
you know
legs.
the upgrades there. I'm already $4,000 into this pinball table, Carl. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Now, I know it's it's an expensive mod, the legs, because the legs are like $60, like $15 a piece, right? And then you have to buy bolts, which are like, you know, few bucks, and you know, got to get the caster feet, the adjustable feet for each leg, and that comes to like $10. It's an expensive mod, but the legs themselves, from the Pinball Life, are about 2 inches longer than the stock AtGames legs. And then with those adjustable feet, you could raise it up another 2 to 4 inches, because those adjustable feet have bolts on them that are like this long, Mike.
That's really
So
long, Mike.
so technically, you could probably raise your machine up a good 4 inches or so. You know,
Yeah.
4 to 5, 6 inches. Mine is about 4 inches taller than it used to be, and I've been
That's what
so
she
much
said.
happier. Like that is one critique of the AtGames pinball machine is, although it's, let's just say, it's bigger than an arcade one-up pinball machine, it's lower. You know, so it's like, you know, you kind of, if you're doing an extended standing play time, and if you're hunched, kind of get hurt in the lumbar area,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah, but you can say whatever you want negative
Yeah.
about that arcade one-up pinball machine, but it was more ergonomically friendly than the AtGames machine.
People are asking, where do you get the adjustable feet? The adjustable feet are on the Pinball Life website. So like when you order the legs, it'll, like when you click on the legs, it'll say people also purchased. Like keep scrolling to the right, you'll see the black feet. If you keep scrolling to the right, it'll link it to you. But yeah, there you go. Michael B spent what for
$4,500,000.
That's like
$4 billion.
that's the entire gross income of that thing. So AtGames was obviously very quiet this week. Yes, they still have their January sale going on, but if you guys remember, and this is just more of a reminder, the AtGames did put on their social media, they said that they would provide details on the February National Owners Day celebration as of February 1st. So sometime around February 1st, next week, we should hear from AtGames and find out what's going to happen, what the deals are, what the specials are. Maybe they'll announce the new pinball partnerships, new IPs, new games. Hopefully we'll see some new products. I'd like to see AtGames come out with a new product. But we should hear more sometime next week. So obviously National Owners Day will be later in the month. But RESTALGIA, what are you hoping to see from AtGames? Because we haven't heard anything yet from them.
Yeah, what kind of stuff are you guys working on?
He doesn't work there anymore. We got to let that joke die.
I don't know. The thing with the monthly sales, I appreciate that they do that for people. I feel like it like makes all the sales lackluster unless there's something extravagant that's happening. So what I'm hoping to see is pinball packs heavily discounted, stuff like that. Also the bit LCD, like to see that heavily discounted, but we see all this stuff every sale. It's just the scale in which the discount is. So I just hope that the discount's super bomb and that people are picking it up. There's a lot of good stuff that they've got going on. So
if people don't like the discounts, would you call them entitled?
Yeah, 100%. The most entitled. If you don't like discounts and you don't like the discounts, entitled. Terrible.
I would say that without knowing 100%, I would say that AtGames had an initiative this year to improve their direct-to-consumer sales. And this is an idea somebody had. Let's hold monthly sales. But I 100% agree with you, RESTALGIA. The impact of that is it's going to take away from the value of the sales at National Owners Day, because you're going to get similar discounts, maybe a little bit better, but it's not going to have the same feeling that it once did. So I don't know if the yield from holding monthly sales every month is greater than the yield of their return for National Owners Day. We'll have to see. And I mean, they've got their numbers on it, but for fans, and here's the other thing, most of the people that are tuning into these National Owner Day sales, like honestly, most of them, we already have the ALU, we already have the ALP, we already have pretty much everything there. So it's not like those are the deals they're really going for anyways, for the actual fans that they're celebrating.
Right.
This comment here from BA, I think, is very important. I find it very confusing as to why iArcade, Arcade 1UP, and a whole bunch of other companies can offer free shipping or even discounted shipping. Like you're talking like you order something from New Wave Toys, it's coming via UPS or FedEx, but I swear it's only like $10, like shipping. The shipping's not like some astronomical 25 some dollar charge like we've seen from AtGames. Like, in my opinion, I think for AtGames in 2023, they really need to find a way to offer people free shipping on their direct orders. Like, even if it's something as simple as, you know, it's got to be a minimum $100 purchase and then you get free shipping. Like, do something for people. You know what I mean? Like, because I will agree 100%. Their shipping charges when you order direct are ridiculous. They're very high. They're very high.
I think it has to make sense financially for them because there is no such thing as free shipping. It's not like AtGames can call up UPS.
Yeah, I know. They pay for it.
Yeah.
I know.
So the way Arcade 1UP quantifies it is orders over $600 will qualify for free shipping. So maybe AtGames could adopt a similar strategy. You want to buy your Legends BitPixel for $100. I'm sorry, guys, you're going to have to pay shipping on that. But if you buy a Legends BitPixel, AtGames Legends Ultimate, and you buy this, and this, hey, we're going to send it out to you free.
Or, Carl, you think I'm being too nitpicky by asking for free shipping?
No, I mean, obviously, the customers want it. Now, whether they can pull it off is obviously in their court. But yeah, who wants to pay for shipping?
Nobody.
I mean, that's why a lot of people buy from Amazon because typically, you know.
I got a killer idea. So they've got this Legends Platinum owners, a really cool discount for Legend Platinum owners to make people really excited about that program. If you're an LPO member, you get free shipping from AtGames. Kind of like AtGames Amazon, right? When you're Amazon Prime, you get free shipping. That one's free. RESTALGIA, you can take that to your higher ups.
Mike, I like that idea, but I would prefer it be like $100 for, like, let's just say $100 minimum for everybody, or maybe $250. Like, I don't know, pick a limit. Sorry guys, I got to mute my phone.
Well, what if they say if you you stay on the arcade net, you get free shipping?
No, it's not worth it.
It's interesting. The free shipping argument is a good one. In one of the businesses that I was working in a few years ago, we sold product on Amazon. And Amazon has two different channels. They've got an FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon, and an FBM, which is fulfilled by the merchant. And when we started, we were just selling and shipping all of our own stuff through our own warehouse. And we charged a flat rate shipping because Amazon allows you as a merchant to do whatever you want. You want to charge shipping? Cool. You're a third party. You set the price. They just take their cuts out of it. And then we implemented a strategy where we beefed up the price a little bit of each individual SKU, and we offset the shipping cost, and we removed the shipping cost. So to the end user, the price was what it was, as long as it was still competitive, but it now had a free shipping attached to it. Our sales went up 400%, like literally within 30 days. And even though the end user is still paying the same amount of money, whether it's the product plus the shipping broken down or just one price that includes the shipping baked into it, like it's
RESTALGIA, though.
like the marketing side of it.
Does it really cost that much money though to ship products to the cell phone counter at Walmart though? I mean, is it really that expensive?
Makes me so happy.
I got that from Mike.
I imagine you did. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Man, I've been dead to Walmart for like 12 or 13 years, and you guys are still coming at me with it. It's good. I appreciate it.
I agree with Gigi. I think this needs to happen. AtGames and this gaming community has got a very strong and growing presence in Canada. Would love to see them support Canada more. And when it comes to the Arcade 1UP brand, you know who I've seen a lot of feedback from in social media forums is United Kingdom customers for Arcade.
The UK.
I know they have what is it? Is it Liberty Games or something like that? Or is that Liberty? Is that United? Like they have a couple of distributors out there, but I guess not enough. Or I guess not every product makes it way to United Kingdom.
That's right.
And I see a lot of sad, upset, angry, frustrated United Kingdom fans that are hoping to get their hands on these home arcade products. So hopefully solutions will come from these companies for those people. I think we're very lucky being here in the States that we get access to this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but what Restarter was saying makes a whole lot of sense, especially for AtGames when they set their own price, right? And there's nobody to compare it to. So very easily they can have the U.S. price already built into the shipping built into the price that's listed, and then for Canada or any other place that they ship to, then they can say, oh, there's a nominal charge to ship to
Nominal
those countries.
charge.
Yeah, but again, when you're on Amazon, a lot of times there's other buyers, or I'm sorry, other sellers selling that same product. So when you do the free shipping add into it, you can kind of compare, right? Say, okay, this one's $15, but it's $5 shipping. This one's 20, but it's no shipping.
So
so it's harder to. I mean, it's harder to do it that way, but it's easier for AtGames to do it if they chose to do it.
So
That makes
AtGames have some really interesting Canadian pricing, even at retail. So they actually build in their shipping costs because the retailers have to ship the stuff in. AtGames isn't shipping it. So like the Legends pinball here is $1,200. So you look at someone who's looking at like the Legends Ultimate Facebook pages and seeing everybody getting these deals at like Sam's Club for Legends Pinball $349. He's like, man, I want one of those. And imagine the absolute shit he takes when he goes to the Bricks website and sees it listed for $1,200.
Mike, you can't control yourself. You realize 4 of these are yours. 2 of them are Carl's. 1 of them.
I haven't done any naughty words.
You have been a blessing. You have been a blessing.
But are we not allowed
welcome,
to use
boys.
the S word? Like, what? How far are we going with this?
We're
going
deep.
Can I still talk about having sex in the woods? Is that
That's okay.
Word.
That's okay.
Yes,
That's
word is
okay.
also a curse
That's
word.
okay. That's okay. But we're trying to meet the audience in the middle. We're like, we'll limit it to 10 curse words.
Well, that's where I had to meet her, in the middle, because we lived about half the distance apart.
And that's where the woods was. Oh, Mike, you're hilarious. All right, let's talk some pinball news, my dudes. Zen Studios came out of nowhere to announce new pinball tables coming to the Pinball FX platform, which obviously is going to be making its way to consoles and Steam and all that stuff very, very soon. But Borderlands, if you guys are fans of the Borderlands video game series, is getting its own table. And this was their big announcement this week on the Pinball Show. Oh, by the way, I have to give them props. The Pinball Show is like getting better and better. Like when it first came out, I was very critical of the Pinball Show, but man, they fine-tuned that show to where they come on, it's 10 minutes, news, goodbye. You know what I mean? Like it's how it should be. It's how it should be, right? From these companies,
There's a punk music band from the aughts that had an album called All Killer No Filler, and that's really what the Pinball Show is.
Guys, let us know your feedback in the live chat. Who's excited about a Borderlands table? And again, I know people are like, I don't want to play Pinball FX on Epic. It's going to be coming out this year on consoles and all that stuff later on. So let us know. Plus, they're going to do the Pinball Pass if you just want to do the Pinball Pass. That's actually a good question. Here, let's make this thing smaller. That doesn't work. Let's do this. What do you guys think about the Pinball Pass, Mike? Like me personally, I would rather just buy the game and own it. But I know some people like the Pinball Pass. It's kind of similar to AtGames and ArcadeNet, right? Like ArcadeNet users have access to the pinball games, but they don't own them as long as they keep that subscription active.
People like ArcadeNet?
I'm just saying it's just a similar thing is what I'm trying to say. Like, do you like the Pinball Pass idea, Mike, or anybody in the live chat? Like me, I'd rather buy to own, but let me know what you guys think. Go ahead.
It's a price point issue for me with the Pinball Pass. Like your price has to be so non-significant to justify doing that where you don't have access to these. Like it needs to feel like a very slight add-on. And I don't feel like Pinball Pass right now is a very slight add-on. It seems like a much more significant purchase the way that it's set up.
Okay, let's get some feedback from the chat. Stardust likes to buy it and own it. MG says it's like Netflix. Did they announce a price? Does anyone know if they announced a price?
Well, I was just going by what it was when the early access came out.
Yeah. Brady Goat makes a great point. At least get the pass to test tables.
Well, that's the problem. Not all tables go to Pinball Pass.
They're not going to put.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to put them all on there. Not
Indiana
every game?
Jones is not going to be on there. Indiana Jones is a separate purchase.
Indiana Jones is a great game, though.
Yeah. See,
It's a
see, I
really
think
good
I
game.
think what they're doing in terms of like a strategy is doing that
Yeah.
the monthly subscription to get the people who are not like super committed to buying them. People who are like, I don't think I'm going to play. They might be able to get them on a subscription and hope that they forget about it over time.
Mhm.
And then if you like it, then all of those premium tables, like you're talking about Indiana Jones, that's like an upsell, right?
That's how Nostalgia actually convinced his wife to marry him. Like he just started hanging around in the background of where she was all the time until she was so confused. She was like, I guess I'm seeing this guy.
I'm sorry. I thought, and here's Jim Harper with a great comment. I thought they were going to give us all the tables. I must have
No.
missed that they're not
Yeah.
giving us everything. That kind of stinks, man. That kind of stinks. All right, good stuff. But that's not the only new table they announced. They also announced Brothers in Arms, and this is a world, looks like a World War II. I think a World War II. Let's make sure it's not World War One.
It's another game. So Brothers in Arms, it's not one I'm familiar with, but
I've never played Brothers in Arms.
But
so
what
yeah.
happened? What happened was Call of Duty came out, and everybody said, "Hey, let's make a Call of Duty game." So that's what Brothers in Arms is.
I gotcha. So, guys in the live chat, let us know about this. Did you guys check this one out? And what are your thoughts about the Brothers in Arms table coming out on Pinball FX? They got Adam's Family coming out. They got Brothers in Arms. They have Borderlands. There's going to be some interesting stuff coming out. So, there you go. It is World War II. Okay, yeah, it's World War II.
I'm more of a fan of the traditional pinball. So these are more like games to me, and so I'm not a big fan of them, but they look awesome. But I would buy more traditional tables myself.
Yep. Okay, this one looks intense. We got a $10 super chat from Console Fanboy. Oh my god, I figured out how to unlock MK4 on the MK30th. I think they always planned it because apparently it's in the PCB. Maybe they forgot to remove it. So weird. I found the trick. We'll share soon. So Zohar's running billboards for his next video. There you go. Thanks so much for the giggles. Tyler's here, $5 super chat. What's up with the iArcade guns? We're going to talk about iArcade next, and we actually have a little update for you on that. Game Genie, give me those deets. Also, what's up, Dubs and Detroit Love? Please hit us with some words of wisdom. Well, words of wisdom definitely come from Carl. That's for sure on this panel. Oh man, yeah. Can you imagine if they made some Jersey Jack or Spooky Pinball real tables as virtual tables? Oh, that'd be
pretty awesome.
All right.
They'd really need an expert to come in and really close the deal on that, I think. Too bad they didn't have experts working for them.
All right, so let's pivot over to iArcade. So we got some interesting news about iArcade. Mike, you want to tell people about you want to answer Tyler here about that? You watched the live stream, so did you hear the updates about the light guns?
I watched most of the live stream while my wife was screaming at me to come get the child, so I was down back and forth. But they did announce that we're getting very close. They said last week they're in the final stage, so I think people were expecting it this week. There was no update this week, so no game this week, so maybe something happened. But they're saying they're in the final stages. We should see it once the next update rolls out, and they did show some gameplay today of Michael playing Operation Wolf on the iArcade. It looked like a lot of fun. It looked like it played really well. So if you haven't seen it, go back and check out Game Days and find the section. You can check out Michael playing on the iArcade with Operation Wolf. I think you'll be pretty happy.
There you go. There's your light gun update. But also they gave us an update on a game that got announced towards the end of last year that a lot of iArcade owners are excited to get access to, and that's Ninja Baseball Batman. They said this game is going to be released on February 3rd, so it looks like this will be the game that gets released next week. And when it comes out, it'll also have online co-op play compatibility. So, Mike, I would love to do a live stream with you and play this game all the way through. I played this game all the way through. I did a live stream. I did a full playthrough. Really enjoyed it because I had never played it all the way through before, but would love to try and play it online with somebody.
Yeah, man, I'm down.
So, yeah. Guys, are you excited about Ninja Baseball Batman coming to the iArcade? Let us know in the live chat. If you're not excited, let us know in the live chat. Either way works. Nostalgia Carl, what do you guys think about Ninja Baseball Batman?
I know little about it, but I'm a fan of baseball on the games. I'm actually been playing Stadium Hero 96 this week, so
Can you rewind it just a little bit and show that clip of her working the ball again for a second?
Was it right here?
No.
Yeah, right
Yeah, I
after
think.
this.
Hold on.
Right
Yeah,
after this.
right after this.
Oh, Mike, you were such a child. You're such.
I'm not a child. Just watch it.
Carl is giving us those words of wisdom, and you're not paying attention to Carl.
There
You're
could be time for
watching
that.
this.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is a recreation of what Restalgia is waiting to do after the show tonight.
Look at Jay. It's the best arcade game with Batman in the title. There is a Batman arcade game, which I will admit, it's not that good. It's not that good. What is that baseball hand job? All right. We're getting out of hand. How we doing on our swear counter there, Restalgia? Are we doing okay? Are we gonna get canceled?
We still got 2 more. We got 2 more.
Oh. All right. And then they also officially confirmed that Retro Knockout is coming to their platform, which is the boxing game coming out very soon. So what's interesting about this is usually iArcade likes to do their own game announcements, but they actually gave Vanilla Beast permission to tell people. And that was because I think it's kind of a cool story. Vanilla Beast. So this game is definitely coming out on Steam, and it's definitely coming out on the iArcade. Those 2 things are guaranteed. But they have a Kickstarter set up so they can raise development funds so they can get this thing on consoles. That's what the Kickstarter is for, guys. So don't let that confuse you. Like, why is it a Kickstarter? Is it going to come out? Is it not going to come out? It will 100% come out on Steam and 100% come out on iArcade. The Kickstarter is just for Switch, Xbox, PlayStation. So even if you're not like a fan of the iArcade but are interested in this game and would like to see it on consoles, by all means, click on the notify me on the Kickstarter for this particular project. So hopefully that clears up some confusion. But they gave them permission because this is the big Steam week coming up, and they wanted to start getting the word out there where all the new Steam games get announced. So they gave them permission to make the own announcement. When they made their own announcement in their Discord channel, sure enough, I'm in that Discord and I saw it and I hopped on and I made a video about it. I was like, hey, it's coming to the iArcade. So that's the whole story on that right there, guys. But, all right, let us know what you guys think about this. Go ahead. Sorry, Mike. I was just trying to give people the backstory.
No worries. If you can share my screen for a second, I got something to show you. Because...
Yeah, let me get this off and let me get your screen on. What is this?
If you go to Vanilla Beast and go to their Twitter, I was there to try to get images today because I did up the thumbnail, and the second thing I came across was this on their stuff. It's Nikki Huntsman, and they're coming out with official Tops Off cards. So, Carl, I definitely know you've got the full box set already, but if anybody else wants Tops Off cards from Retro Knockouts from Vanilla Beast, go check them out.
Jeez, Mike. Glass Baby says it's sold. And yes, that's where I was going. Apex, thanks for keeping the show on track. Because Mike tried to derail it.
I didn't try to derail it. This is look, it says Retro Knockout on the picture.
Get that off there. I'll get that off of there. Okay, so where were we? Yes, so you could check out the next beta. Keep in mind, guys, it's not the final copy of the game. That's on Steam. It's on Steam now. They still, in my opinion, it's still way more like real life type boxing masked as an arcade game, but
yeah,
they really need, in my opinion, they really just need to make it arcade fun. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I they have the same stuff as like Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Like, I remember when I tried live streaming that game, I tried playing it the way I played Punch Out. The guy swings at you, you dodge, you can hit him like 6 or 7 times before the computer will stop you from hitting guys like Glass Joe, Bald Bull, King Hippo, all these guys, right? You could get a good amount of shots in there, and then you could TKO guys in the first round. But in this game, when you dodge and they're open for you to hit them, you can only get maybe 2 shots in or 3, and that's by design. So it takes longer to beat these guys. I'm hoping they shorten it. Go ahead.
So one of my critiques that I've seen, and it reminds me so much of another game that looks a lot like this one and reminds me of this one, is Retromania Wrestling is a really good game, but the difficulty is a little jacked up. Like you expect it to be like WrestleFest, but it plays like WrestleFest, a combination of WrestleFest and simulation. The same thing is being said about this game. You expect it to be arcade, fun, play like Punch-Out, and it kind of plays more like a boxing simulation. So I do hope that they can learn a lesson from Retromania Wrestling and maybe ease up a little bit and just make this a little bit more fun for people. I think people will have a better experience overall. There's nothing wrong with making it challenging. Just stay away from the simulation type stuff and just make it just stupid fun, because this is what this game should be.
Yeah, it should just be stupid, sit down, turn your brain off, stupid fun. Now, Vanilla Beast, I will be interviewing him Monday on Multicade Mondays. And what's really cool, guys, is he did send me today to get ready for the show. He sent me some stuff you guys haven't seen yet, like what some of the other characters look like, and some video clips and photos, and we'll show you some of that on Monday. But there's a lot of great questions I want to ask him. And the number one question that I saw on my video, and somebody put it in the live chat, Scott James. This is definitely what I'm going to be asking him about, because ever since this game got announced, there's a lot of people out there who have been asking questions like, well, how is this legal, right? But they're all parody characters. As far as I'm aware, because it's all parody characters, it's good to go. But we'll dive into it with him, with the developer, and find out, like, are you worried that, like, Mike Tyson or Hulk Hogan, Macho Man's family, like, is someone going to come after you because these characters are loosely based on, or mostly based on real life people? And we'll get into the whole parody discussion, because I want to learn about this. I want to learn, like, how is he able to do this and not get in trouble?
I think parody's fair game. It's like the Weird Al rule, right? And the other thing is, how do they know it's not a parody of Balrog from Street Fighter 2? You don't know.
Yeah. Yep. Got a $10 super chat from Brady Go. Guys, let's play nice tonight, man. There's been just too much crap going on lately and stuff. And I really appreciate the donation, man. But let's all just get along, okay? Like, we're all here just to play video games,
Yeah, Mike.
but yeah, especially Mike.
You piece of shit.
Where are we at on our
Wow, that's unnecessary.
I had to get one in.
Now you gotta add. Oh, now we're at 9.
I had to get one in.
We only got one more.
So we better use it wisely.
All right, we got 16 minutes left in the show. Okay, so that's what's going on with iArcade. If you guys want to tune in to Multicade Mondays on my channel on Monday evening, I haven't done a Multicade Mondays in a while. I try to do them like once a month, so come on by and we'll have a fun time. And I want to get your questions answered, and that's my number one question: is, like, how are you able to do these characters and not get in trouble? Okay, there you go. But it's parody, so
I don't think that should be your number one question. I think
Well,
your
it's
number one question
one of them.
should be, how come it's not more stupid fun? Make
Yeah.
it more stupid fun.
I think I will ask him that. Like, literally, like, so there you go. Okay, there we go. All right, so minus that, so Arcade went up. The news there is people are receiving that new Star Wars cabinet. And let's pull it up here. B. Kong did a stream last night. I'm sure he won't mind if we just use 2 minutes of his footage right here, where a viewer, member of the community, received his Star Wars, and they were doing a side-by-side comparison. And guys, has anyone out there in the live chat, have you gotten your cabinets, etc.? What do you guys think of it? And any feedback from you guys? Did you guys watch B's stream last night?
No, I streamed at the exact same time as B, because
that's right,
a
you
vicious
were.
fight with him. Yeah. So I got to go back and watch it, because there is something I have been wondering, because from what I understand, this is pretty much an exact copy of the cab. The differences are purely aesthetic. And the big thing I'm wondering about is Glenn's flight yoke, is that still going to be plug and play? I think a lot of people have been asking that, and I saw some people on the Facebook fan pages already picking them up and saying, can't wait till my re-release gets here. And I'm like, hope it works. But I think it is merely a re-release. We'll find out later.
Yeah. Here's the two cabinets side by side, so you guys can see the artwork design. There you go. And I mean, pretty much the cabinets are the same, right? Except for some artwork changes. So yep, same deck. Why not? There you go. I wonder if B. Kong, now that this cabinet's coming out, I'm wondering if he's going to be doing his modding
back,
services.
back in business, baby. B's gonna be rich.
Yeah, he's gonna be rich. He did very well modding people's cabinets. And keep in mind, guys, all he was doing was installing the controller and all the buttons and stuff like that. He wasn't, selling ROMs or anything. So,
Him and Mrs. Kongzaros had sex in each one of your Star Wars cabinets. That's the secret gift you guys didn't know about.
Yep. Michael B, you're terrible. You're terrible. But yeah, that's that's pretty much it, man. That's everything I have. What do you guys got?
I've got gas. Gas.
There he is. Guys, 19K Fox is here. Big shout out to 19K Fox in the live chat. How you doing, man?
I love that guy. He's downright decent.
He's a good guy. I mean,
Good
he's
dude.
a good guy. He is a good guy. He's a good guy. All right.
Yeah, and if I was ever in his truck, I'd feel safe. Not saying why, but I'd feel safe.
Because he's armed and dangerous. It's got that new car smell. You're a sick dude, Michael B. But where the Kong? Where
the Kongs in the woods?
Where the Kongs in the woods, Michael B. There you go. Oh, is there a captain's auction tomorrow? Oh, guys, if you're into arcade and pinball auctions, there's a captain's auctions tomorrow. I completely forgot about that.
I think the Royal Rumble's tomorrow too. That's more important. I'm going to be watching the Rumble, yo.
Oh yes, the Royal.
And if Sami Zayn doesn't win, no, they started doing
Sunday?
pay-per-views on Saturdays now. And man, I wouldn't do the Rumble if I was WWE because I mean, Jesus, that's what is it? Championship weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's football. Yeah. So I mean,
absolutely.
you don't want to compete against that.
Console Kit says Captain's auction is right now. Should we buy an arcade machine live in front of everybody?
Yes, you should. The answer is yes.
Listen, I think
we're
Captain's
gonna-
auction is awesome, but I think that's a stream you should do on your own so I could go live my life.
Oh, the good stuff is tomorrow. So like today's like all the redemption machines and stuff. Like, oh, okay. Thanks, guys. No arcades tonight. There you go. All right. Minus that, I can't think of it. What else you got in the hopper there, guys?
There was something else I wanted to cover, but I never went back and watched it, so there's no sense in bringing it up. But Xbox held an event this week. It's like their first Nintendo Direct, so they held like a developer showcase. There was some stuff announced. One of the big controversy points that everybody's bringing up is they showed the next Forza Horizon, but like apparently there was no date given. They're saying 2023, and apparently it's massively delayed. And I know racing fans are all looking forward to the next Forza experience. Forza Horizon 5 was so goddamn good. Oh,
Was it Horizon or was it Motorsport that they were talking about?
Motorsport.
Motorsport.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if 19K Fox is going to have to update the artwork on his Forza racing cabinet that he built. I mean, he's got to keep up with the Joneses, man. He's gonna have to
19K
reskin
Fox
that
didn't
thing.
do a Forza one. He did a Gran Turismo, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a
thought it was-
PlayStation dude.
Yeah,
He did Gran Turismo. That's
I did the
right.
Forza one.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Chris Lang says he's dying for Forza. There you go. I've been playing so much PlayStation 5 lately. I need to unplug it, plug my Series X back in, and go check out and see what's on Game Pass because I haven't been on my Xbox.
You know what you haven't been playing? Atari VCS.
Yeah, I know. What a nightmare. Like on the forums, they're like, plug a keyboard in, hit the buttons, go change the BIOS. Like, I'm like, why would a new customer have to go through all this to get their VCS working? You know what I mean? Like, and then other people are like, update the firmware with the USB drive. That VCS. I think I'm going to return it. Like, I'm flustered with it. I'm flustered.
There was a new game from the developers of The Evil Within. I love The Evil Within. So there was a new game called Hi-Fi Rush that a lot of people are pretty excited about. I know that was one of the big announcements.
Detroit Love is in our live chat. Says Michael B. I want to play some Robotron.
Oh, it's so sweet too.
Man, it looks
So-
awesome back then.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Sorry.
I think I've got a buy stuff ALU riser downstairs, so I think I might actually. I'm starting to get irritated by how low the controller is on the Legends Ultimate while playing. So I think I am going to jack it back up. I'm only going to put it up. I'm not going to put it up iArcade height with I think it's like the 5-inch. I'm just going to do the 3-inch. Anything more than 3 inches makes me feel self-conscious.
It's completely unnecessary.
Completely agree.
Completely unnecessary.
That'd be so uncomfortable for her.
So the Legends Unchained, which is a new little thing coming out for AtGames owners. It's a third party, made by the community kind of thing. AtGames isn't affiliated with it. And AtGames probably isn't going to support it. They're not going to be happy about it. I think that beta is going to be released tonight, tomorrow, any day now. If you guys want to give it a shot, me personally, I would recommend, if you want to give it a shot, give it a shot. But I would recommend waiting until at least the first update or so, when they're going to make it compatible with your CoinOps X flash drives and things like that. So it'll be a lot more fun than it is now. But it's still pretty cool if you want to hop in there and kind of see where that's going. So I'll try and do a video. I'm so behind on things. I still got to do video for so much stuff. So we'll see if I can get to it.
So whoa! There's a comment here from Console Kits playing SNES right now on CRT in Man Cave. I thought, where is Console Kits from again? Where is it? Idaho? Iowa?
Iowa. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were pretty conservative there. I'm surprised they let the Man Cave still open.
Always doxing people, Mike. Always doxing people. You're just the worst. Yep, Jason, that's kind of what I said. Most owners, I think, should wait. Tinkerers, by all means, start tinkering. But if you're not really a tinkerer, just wait a little bit. Just wait a little bit for that Legends Unchained. Just patience. That's pretty much
super. He's playing Super Airtight. That's an awesome game, Justin.
SNES. Did you SNES? JT doesn't like that you said SNES.
I also hate that you say that.
Mm-hmm. Could you have said that in a different way? Like, that was the most diva way I've ever. I also hate that you said that.
Yeah. DMod right here, been running Unchained for a while now. It has some real potential. It's just a much faster UI, but it won't be as easy as CoinOps X until the community curates game collections. Correct. That's, again, kind of like what I was hinting towards is, casual AtGames owners, just wait. Don't be in a rush. Good stuff will be coming, I'm sure, made by the community.
Can you read the last comment by MG?
Oh, no. I'm not doing that. Elliot SNES. Jeez, I made one little joke and people go banana sandwich, man, but whatever. All right, dudes. So that's pretty much everything I had for tonight. Unless anyone else has anything else, we can go ahead and put a pin in it.
No, I will say that the audience comes here for 10 swears a show. We are at 9. We have to at least round it up and finish.
No, I want to be proud that we set a limit and we won. We got to
no.
There.
No,
without cursing.
We didn't. The limit was 10. We're at 9.
Yeah, but we're under the limit. That's a good thing, Restalgia.
No, it's not. You got to reach for the stars, bro. I'm not saying anyone has to say it right now. I'm just saying,
yeah.
Well, when you say 10, you should deliver 10.
No, we said we don't want to go over 10. I think coming less is more, don't you think? Oh, Dead Space. What's going on with Dead Space? Did I miss something?
The new the Dead Space re-release came out today. A lot of people are playing it. It's getting really good reviews, although it's panned initially, but I wish I never played Dead Space. I played Dead Space on PC a little while ago, and the experience was great. But like, the remake was coming out so soon, I wish I had waited because like, I'm not in the mood to play Dead Space again right now. So, but the remake looks really good. D-Love, is that something you're into? You don't play horror games, do you?
Sometimes, but my wife is a big fan, so I see a lot of those things because they watch other people play it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I do have other news. So Carl, right now is the big Steam sale, the Lunar New Year sale, and you know what kind of games are on sale? Horror games.
Yep.
Those anime love story games that you love so much.
You know what? We might just get to 10 and give everyone time to put earmuffs on the kids, because I like where Bart is going with this, for Carl to get us with the F-bomb on the way out. That would be hilarious. But
I've never used the F-bomb.
Yep. All right, guys, I want to give a big shout out to this community and this live chat. You guys come here every week. You support the show, the content creators behind the show. You support each other. And although we all don't agree on every little thing that's happening in the world of gaming, it's always fun to huddle up with all of you and do this and whatchamacallit. And I know I myself have been pretty grumpy lately with things, and that's all personal stuff that I'm working through. So I appreciate your support, and my apologies if we've been a little too hard and what's the word?
Douchey.
Yeah. So but yeah, hey, we're all human. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect, especially the people that think they're perfect. And I really enjoyed having a fun, positive show and conversation tonight. So big shout out to all you guys. But do us a favor, guys. If you enjoyed the broadcast, give us a thumbs up on the way out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and all the hosts. And Carl, whenever you're
No. I just want to say a quick goodbye. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. And go fuck yourself, San Diego.
We got the 10. We got the 10.
I never
Way to
swear
go.
online, but I did.
There you go. Alert. Curse word counter 10. Let me get this up here. Oh yeah, by the way.
All right, guys. Well, find
go
some
ahead.
time to play some games this weekend if you can. The motto for this year is play more, fight less. So I'm going to be playing some Stadium Hero 96 on my iArcade this weekend.
Nice.
I'm gonna get back to the pinball. I'm gonna get some ACDC in for sure. And I want to get some crazy climber going on. But I'm gonna have to find Robotron because Mike's got me feeling a little FOMO for some Robotron. So, but pick a game and find something to do. Enjoy. Go 49ers. And until next time,
Carl, wait.
Hello, where we at?
Carl, wait. No, you just reminded me. Guys, Carl had a great idea. And we were talking about during the middle of the week, and I completely forgot to mention it during this broadcast.
Carl
Back when this show was just the Loft Report. Don't go anywhere, everybody. Back when this show was just the Loft Report with me and Carl and I used to do a game of the week. Like, what are you playing? Game of the week. We would play that game, and we would take footage of that game. We would talk about that game and things like that. Like we covered like Popeye and RoboCop and all that stuff. And we're gonna start doing that again with the four of us. And maybe we'll start next week. We'll pick a game.
Now we're going to start this week. And congratulations, Carl, on that banger idea. Like, that's really going to change the show for us. I'm so glad.
No, that was Carl's idea during the week.
It was mine.
You're right, PDUBS.
No, it was Carl's because Carl and I used to do that.
Was a shit bag of ideas, but that wasn't one of them.
Now we're at 11. We broke it.
On that one.
We wrecked it. He just
swore.
swore.
So anyways, actually, this one is we're gonna get it because Restalgia said he was gonna buy us this game if he couldn't get us free copies. So our game of the week is actually something very different. We're gonna be playing the Binding of Isaac this week. So not arcade related. We're gonna be playing Binding of Isaac. Ask Restalgia, he'll get everybody copies, and then we'll talk about it next week.
And until next time, we'll see you on the web.
We had 11 swear words.
I had a great idea.